So, this is Idris Sanusi from INSA Arts and Crafts, and we do tarot readings and life coaching into the occult and magic, and we're here to help you express yourself in the way that you see fit and express your dreams and your desires in the way that you wish to enjoy them, regardless of what limitation might seem hindering. In this, we are talking about in this lesson, we are talking about separateness and union, or unity. Now, we have a habit of looking at opposites in the sense of opposing. One nullifies the other, and the other nullifies that. And the funny thing is, this is the vision of separateness. The vision of separateness is about looking at one thing at a time. Let's say you have a remote control right in front of you, or a keyboard. You would separate all letters from the letter that you want to press, so you can press it. But the truth is, all letters are next to each other. But you won't see a letter specifically unless it's separate. Same thing with unity. So separateness is the separation of an element from the whole compound, so you could look at it at its own. But does that mean the breaking down of the compound? Not necessarily, unless you wish it to be so. But the thing is, separateness does not, or separation from the compound does not mean the destruction of the compound. And we can see that in relationships, be it emotional and sexual relationships, or just social relationships. We see at some points where separation is a necessity so that both aspects of the compound or the relationship can prosper and feed the relationship back. The thing is that during that separateness or that separation, we choose to be in union. We try our best to be in union, and we would do a lot of silly things to try to unite what is already united. But we see as separate so we can actually function in our role in that relationship. Same thing goes on some sort of a universal level, shall I say? A lot of people would say that angels and demons, angels as the agents of unity and demons as the agents of separateness. Well, that's not necessarily true, because you are separate and at the same time united. But you have to realize that each state of mind has its own emotions that are attached to it and own feelings and sensations. Let us dwell deeper into the understanding of the emotions attached to separateness. The emotions attached to separateness will be a sense of vigor, a sense of purpose, a sense of vigilance, a sense of focus. The emotions that flow with unity are a sense of relaxation, a sense of comfort, a sense of nourishment. And in all those senses, in all those feelings and emotions, you separate those emotions as well so you can feel them on their own. The totality of this emotion is a state of being called love. And the totality of that emotion as a sensation is called ecstasy. And the simplest example, and yet the most profound example you can feel, is orgasm. When you orgasm, And I don't mean the simple ejaculation of relief. I mean the true orgasm. And if you experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. The sheer ecstasy, the pull, and the tension that you feel during that orgasm, that is unity that contains all the separateness within it. And that moment after the ecstasy, that when you come back to yourself, that is the separateness, that all unity is contained within it, of that one element. The mind freezes elements as an image, but it never freezes them as a truth. The elements will be frozen in your mind so you can study them, understand them, but they are still in motion. Even if you don't see that motion, they are moving in themselves. And that is the miracle and the beauty of the sense of separateness and union that are always intermingling with each other. And that is something that a lot of people miss, is the importance of you being on your own. Even when you are in the greatest of relationships, you have to understand that you need some time for yourself. Even when you are in the greatest of you're manifesting your passion in this life and you're manifesting what you want to manifest in this life, you need some space from it sometimes. Because in that there is a process that gets you rejuvenated to get back into that. A very good example of that is the spider web. The spider web has a tension between it and the tree. The web itself is very, if you look at it, you'll find it as thin, as very thin line, but at the same time it's caught up by the trees. And if it loses tension, the spider web falls down, the spiders fall with it, and at the end of the day, everything gets destroyed. There is a certain tension that has to be there for things to be productive, for things to be stable, for things to be secure. But I don't mean financial stability or the visible form of security that we all strive for. No, I'm talking about a deeper sense of security that is dependent on insecurity to make you feel alive. This is INSA Arts and Crafts, and this is the second lesson of the day about unity and separateness. We might come to this lesson again at some point during the next coming days. It depends on the roll of the dice, really. Um, till then, we love you guys.